All right, we are recording. So, like I said, what we're going to do, we're just going to tell you, we're going to go through a PowerPoint and then we are going to do a deep guided meditation. I'm super pumped about it. Okay. Really, really excited. And I know there's a bunch of people on here who have never meditated before. And so that makes it even more exciting. So let me get my PowerPoint up. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, now I gotta move. Y'all. Okay. Uh-oh, this isn't working either. This thing's gotta go. How do I make this go away?
How do you make what go away?
This thing on top, you guys can't see it.
The big black thing across the top. I don't know, but you can use your cursors if you need to
Okay.
switch your slides.
Right. Whatever, I'm just gonna start. So tonight I wanted to talk about being limitless and limitations and which one you're kind of doing, whether or not you're living a limitless life or you're living a life of limitations. Most of the time, most of us are living with limitations, and the limitations are brought on by ourselves. Whoa. Infinite possibilities, people. There are infinite possibility conversations that influence what you attract into your life. So infinite possibility conversations that influence what you attract into your life. The reality that you choose to create is the mirror image reflection of your conversations. Now, this is conversations that you have with others, but more importantly, it's conversations that you have with yourself. Boom. Pause for a moment and consider, maybe, what have you been speaking into existence? So many times we are constantly limiting ourselves by what we are just speaking into existence, whether it be negative thoughts or setting limits for ourselves that, like, I can only do this much, or I can only do this much, or I can only make this much, or I can only reach so many people, I can only get this many sales, I can only have this many parties, or I'm not able to do something. Did I do that? I'm drawing on the screen. Don't know how. Is that me? Is that me? Or is that someone else? Anyways, I don't know. So, like I said, pause for a moment and consider, what have you been speaking into existence? Your conversations, write this down. Your conversations are an investment into your future. So everything that you speak, everything that you think, every conversation that you have with somebody, or every conversation you have within your own mind, is an investment into your future. And the question is, are you getting a profitable return on that investment? So if your conversations are investments that you're making to expand your future and expand your way of life and expand your soul and expand your everything, your life, are you getting a profitable return on that investment? chances are that's a no. You know what I mean? Chances are you're not. We are constantly limiting ourselves. And the whole point of tonight is for us to learn how to stop doing that. 5 ways to reframe your language and cut the excuses. We are constantly, I don't know how to get rid of this thing, and it's driving me nuts. There we go. I don't even think you guys can see what I'm doing right here because I can't even see you. So who knows? Okay. 5 ways to reframe your language and cut the excuses. We are notorious, right, for creating excuses and giving ourselves excuses and giving other people excuses. And we are constantly saying, well, you know, like second guessing, like, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? We say that, but what we need to be saying is there is always a way when I am committed to something. You have to change your language. When you change your language, you are going to change the conversations that you are having with others and yourself. So what if it doesn't work? Isn't going to cut it anymore. There will always be a way when I am committed, when I am determined, when I have drive, there will always be a way. This one is like probably the biggest thing that we hear when people are talking about why this business doesn't work for them, or why they're not getting things done, or why they're not succeeding, or why they're not recruiting or selling or having parties or leading or whatever, is I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I have this, I have that, I have this, I have 14 kids, and or I have 1 kid. It doesn't matter. Like, but it's constantly, I'm so busy. What we need to say is that I choose where to invest my time wisely, because we all know that everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. And why is it that someone who is ridiculously successful, and we'll just say in our business alone, they have the same 24 hours in a day? Why can they have 17 parties going at once and you can't have any? Because you're so busy. It doesn't cut it, because you choose where to invest your time. Things are crazy right now. I say that probably 42 times a day. It's the thing that I say the most when someone like sends me a message. They're like, oh, we haven't seen you, or we haven't talked to you, or I want to talk to you. Can you get on the phone? Why haven't you been live? Blah, blah, blah. Things are crazy right now. Like that is that's me. That's what I say. What I need to be saying is diamonds are made under pressure. It's true. Who loves diamonds? I do. Right here. Diamonds are made under pressure. The best things in your business, and I've talked to you guys, to several of you about this before, when things are the craziest, when things are the most chaotic, that is when I have been the most successful in my business, for me personally. Because when things get crazy or stressful or whatever it may be, I dive into my business. And under pressure, that's why people like under deadlines, like make explosive shit happen, because they're under pressure. You know what I mean? A lot of people work better under pressure. So things are crazy right now is not an excuse. It's a reason, right? We say I'm overwhelmed. Another thing I feel every day, and I have to stop myself from feeling. Like, I swear to you that these 5 ways to reframe your language are based off of me. Okay? Seriously. These are excuses that I give myself every freaking day. I'm overwhelmed, when I should be saying I'm growing my limitless capacities. I am growing my capacity to be so beyond limitless, so beyond extraordinary. That's what we need to be doing. Again, when that stress is hitting you, when you've got this, that, and the other thing going on, dive into your business. Your business is a good thing. It's an uplifting thing. It's a powerful thing. And those stresses, a lot of times, can be solved. Not always, can be solved by you diving into your business. Because a lot of times our stresses, not always, like I said, are monetary. And when we sit, okay, we sit and we're like, oh my God, I need this. I have to pay this. I can't pay this because I don't have the money. And instead of being stressed about it and being overwhelmed with your bills and being overwhelmed with whatever it may be, you need to dive in and grow your potential. Grow your limitless capacity, right? We say, why even bother? Why even bother earning the trip to Punta Cana? Why even bother trying? Because I'm never going to get the 40,000 points. Why even bother trying to have a flash sale? Nobody's going to buy from me. Why even bother, right? Why? Right? Every choice I make matters. That's why you bother, because every single choice you make is a stepping stone to your limitless possibilities. That's why you bother. Because if you bothered and you made that choice, your limitless capacities are expanding. They're getting bigger, and you are getting bigger, and you are getting stronger, and you are getting more free and more limitless. Right? Hope you're following. I hope so, because I can't see anybody. Declare it, and so it shall be. Shift your language. Shift your life. Write that down. Declare it, and so it shall be. Shift your language. Shift your life. Those are big freaking words. Ask, believe, visualize, receive. That's my favorite saying. Ask for it. Believe that you can get it. Visualize it in your head and you will receive it. Ask, believe, visualize, receive. Declare it, and so it shall be. Shift your language and shift your life. Now, hold on before I continue. I need to see everybody, and I don't know how I did that or what I did. Nope. I'm gonna stop the share. Oh, there you are. Okay, so that was the first part. And before I get into the guided meditation, because it is going to go deep and it is going to be crazy, and you may experience many different emotions when you do it. But the thing is, I wanted to know, like, does anybody have anything from that they wanted to add on to, or questions, concerns, comments, anything? Give it to me. No. So we're ready to go into the meditation.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Mic check. I don't know. This is a topic that I love hearing about because it's something that is so simple, and it's literally a part of everybody's life every single day, whether you believe it or see it or know it at all. but I think it's just so important to have this reminder, like, because I mean, even in the day to day, you scroll on Facebook and everybody's got those friends that are just negative, negative, negative,
Mm.
negative, 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 and you're like, oh, like, and you look, and yeah, they might be complaining about legitimate things, but like, quit complaining. Like,
Right.
that's kind of part of why your life is always so negative, because you're so negative. Like, everybody's got shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about perspective and like how you view it, you know? And when you start speaking positively, like, despite or in spite of whatever's going on, you're going to start acting positively. You're going to start feeling positively. Like, everybody has bad stuff happen. I mean, you can't control that shit, but you can control how your life, how you respond to it,
Right.
and in turn, basically your own happiness, you know, like
Exactly.
how how you choose to live your life, you know. I don't know. This is one of my favorite things to really talk about and discuss, because like I said, we're going to do it one way or the other. We're going to be positive or we're going to be negative. There's no neutral. Like, you just can't help but it, and usually you can't help but be negative.
Right.
So it's important to constantly like have this reminder so that we can make the effort, make the choice. One of the things that you said was that you have to choose.
Right.
You know, so you have to choose
Everything
to,
that you do is a choice. How every feeling, every emotion, everything is a choice. But you have to recognize that and harness that. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
there's this thing that we just started doing. Jamie and I are members of this mindset group, and I shared it today. I don't know if any of you joined Ellie's group, but we did a Zoom last night, and there was a story, and I think there's going to be a recording. I could share that. Jamie, there's a recording, isn't there? Somewhere. About a way that she keeps track of her own mind, or how she started to keep track of her own mind. And it was with this bell that goes off randomly every hour. And so I downloaded this app. She started with a timer. This is now, we're living in 2017. There's an app for this, and it's like the mindfulness bell or something like that. And this bell goes off randomly in the hour. And when that bell goes off, you stop whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter where you are. And you ask yourself 2 questions. The first question is, what am I feeling right now? Because a lot of times we don't even realize where we are. You know what I mean? If you're super, super happy, you know you're super, super happy. If you're super pissed off, you know you're super pissed off. And if you're somewhere in the middle, she said, you're leaning more towards negative. If you're kind of like, it's more towards the negative. So today, the bell went off, and I was in a very, very, very high stress, very angry, very like just full of emotions. And the bell went off, and I had to center myself, because I had to, like, I mean, I didn't know, like, in the moment, you don't realize that you're pissed. You know you're pissed, but you don't realize that you are creating more shit. You know what I mean? In that moment, because you're too consumed with your own emotions, and you're too consumed with being pissed off. And, or, you know, I mean, when you're happy, like, that's okay. I'd rather not, you know, realize that I was, you know, just bringing more and more good stuff to me. But you have to stop and reframe your mind. And if, you know, how am I feeling right now? Angry and upset and hurt and whatever else I may be feeling. And then the second question you ask is, what can I appreciate right now? And so in that moment, I could appreciate my leaders. In that moment, I was talking to some really amazing Y sisters And that's what I could appreciate. And it brought me back from that nasty place. I'm not saying that I wasn't still upset. I wasn't still angry. I wasn't still whatever, but it brought me to an awareness. And that's what the whole point is that you're aware of what you're attracting. You're aware of what kind of vibrations you're putting out, whether they be positive or negative or just blah, you know? And it's a practice. It's serious practice that I'm going to have a hard time with, but I'm going to get through. I'm going to get through and I'm going to be aware and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to listen to that damn bell.
Are you aware that you just stated that it was going to be hard to get through?
Shut up. Yes, the second I said it, I saw you unmute.
So
yes.
The point of that bell too is like she was angry, but like Ellie says, it's not time to really justify that anger or justify whatever emotion it is. You just recognize it and you move on to the next question and you move on and it's just a way of being really mindful. It's mindful. It's being mindful of your emotions and what you're thinking and pattern interrupt if need be, and to sort of regulate that.
The app is called the Mindfulness Bell. The Mindfulness Bell. Stacy, I have the breathe one too. Well, my watch tells me to breathe. But yeah. Okay. So, does anybody else have anything to toss in there? No, I'm looking. Oh, Stacy does. Go, girl.
Hey, can I just tell you something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know I have some health issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things my doctor has me doing is something really similar to this, because he was talking about the difference between people who basically can handle their crap that's surrounded them, and the difference between people who can't is that they take time throughout the day to, number one, meditate, and number two, to take small moments to realize, how they're feeling throughout the day, mindfulness, that mindset, and the stuff that you were talking about, not necessarily how your body is feeling, but your mind, because your mind is everything. So I just thought it was interesting because what you were saying is exactly what my doctor says, to do.
Medical
in order to make
doctor.
Sure,
Just call me Dr. Jill.
Yes, because he was
Jill
talking
MD.
about, Jill MD right there with the little initials and everything. He was talking about people with MS who don't do that, and you watch them and they're crippled in a wheelchair and all that stuff. But if you pay attention to your mind, and basically you are how old you think you are. If you think you're going to be one way, that's what you're going to do. And same thing with your business, it goes hand in hand. So there you
Absolutely.
go. You're a doctor, Jill. You're a doctor.
It's a doctor of life.
Jill.
Yes.
Jill. So I just wanted to add, some things that I've learned, and you probably know this about me, but some things that I've learned, and Nikki knows this about me too, is that, what's really, really important and what I've learned is you really need to be mindful of how you react when you're in a stressful situation. So I'm aware of some things that went on today. And so I've learned that, when you're in this kind of a business and you're dealing with all different kinds of women and all crazy stuff going on, right? Most of it's joyful, but sometimes we have some, things that happen that can be stressful, is how you react to it. Because if it's something that's getting you hyped up and your blood is starting to boil and you're starting to think all these crazy thoughts and you don't know what's up and what's down and all these other things, it's you just really you bring yourself back to a more calm place, and you just take a few deep breaths and kind of change some of the negative thoughts that you're thinking into positive things, and kind of turn that anger into, as hard as it can be sometimes, to what, I don't want to say what would Jesus do, but you know what I'm saying, let's bring it back to a more positive place and think
for sure.
actually react, because sometimes when we react, it makes things a zillion times worse. And that is something, that goes along with this kind of thing, is being mindful of how you're reacting to highly stressful situations. Especially when people are feeling hurt, it comes out as anger. People that are really,
for
really
sure,
angry
especially with me,
are very,
especially
very hurt.
with me. Because
I
am so reactive that I will and when I'm hurt,
And it
Watch
doesn't
out,
even
world.
necessarily mean that somebody intentionally hurts you, but you still are hurt. You know what I mean? For
Right,
whatever reason, you're
right.
hurt for however your makeup is. You know what I mean? That's, so that's something that, that if we really take a step back, as far as leadership goes, it can be pretty stressful sometimes because everybody's, kind of at you, and you're, you're always can't make everybody happy all the time, right? So it
Right.
can get pretty stressful sometimes, but if you just take a few deep breaths and you really just even take a few minutes to wait to react, you know what I mean? If you
Right.
think you're about to say something that's not good, then stop.
Stop. Yeah.
Don't say it, because
Yeah.
as soon as you put it out there, you're going to get back something 10 times worse, and it's just a vicious cycle. So something I've learned through personal development, thank God. And
Well,
I'm
because I
still,
feel like you were probably very reactive before too.
oh yeah, hell
Puerto
yeah.
Rican,
Yes, yes, yes.
crazy.
Well, and I still can be, but usually I'm pretty calm unless you mess with one of my kids, then
Well, then
lights
yeah,
out,
it's
baby.
over.
Lights out in London. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say is about, mindfulness as far as like, reaction
Reaction.
when something goes
Yeah.
on that's hurting
No,
you
that's
or
really good. That's really good. And that is something that I do struggle with personally. I know, and I know a lot of people do, a lot of people,
oh
a
yeah.
lot of times you're just like, I think I've gotten better at it since having kids, you know what I mean? In general, just because you can't react like a psychopath sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard, it's hard, especially when there's emotion involved, but we are getting better and better every day. Right. And that's all we can do.
Yep.
So, on that note, I just want to, before we go into the meditation, I just want to tell you that stop putting limitations on yourself. Stop putting them on yourself personally. Stop putting them on yourself in your business. Stop putting limitations on other people. Stop putting them on your team, on your sponsor, on your upline, on whoever you are in contact with. Stop putting limitations on them. I know that a lot of times, if you have a team, a lot of times we think to ourselves, oh, maybe they're not ready for that yet. You know what I mean? We put our own limitations on them. Maybe it's not, maybe, or on how about limitations on our customers? When you're inside their wallet, deciding whether or not they can afford 2 collections. You know what I mean? You're putting a limitation on them. It's in literally every aspect of your life and your business. And stop doing it. Stop saying, somebody says, I'm going to sell $2,000 myself this month, or I want to make however much this month. Stop limiting yourself. Stop saying that you can't do something. Stop thinking that things are impossible because they're not. Start living limitlessly. Start embracing your true potential. Stop limiting. Stop. And now we're going to go into a badass meditation that I'm really excited about. So there's just that. So whatever you want to do, like if you want to, you guys are still going to be muted or whatever, and I'm going to go through it, but you can either, I would love for you guys to close your eyes and be able to. I know that some of you may not be able to, some of you may still have kids around or whatever, but I just want you to take this in, listen to the words, listen to the music, and meditate, because we need to go deep. This is a healing, rebirthing meditation. Okay? Let me I am going to Within the view of the eyes of the Creator, a hand reaches out and draws a line in the sand. Forming the boundaries of a new awakening. This hapless drawn line defines the present, separating our past from our futures. It demands us to move forward, to continue along our self-directed paths. This planet bespeaks a lie in regard to time. Past, present, future. This false reality captures our attention. We are entrapped by these questions. When, where, how? Pushed forever forward, wondering what comes next. Continually, we forget the now. So just for today, forget your goals, forget your desires, forget your questioning mind. Get in touch with your very being. Feel your physical body. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Focus on your feet. Imagine your feet growing roots into the earth. Deep, deep, deeper roots. Notice your ankles. Feel the blood pumping through the veins in your legs. Feel your butt planted firmly in the chair. Relax. Relax your breathing. Listen to the constant pulse of your heartbeat. Releasing any tension in your back. Allow your torso to slump slightly. Place yourself into a relaxed position. perhaps moving your shoulders slightly forward. Allow your head to wobble gently from side to side. Tip your head first to the right, then tip it to the left. Drop your chin to your chest. Allow your head to slowly bob up and down. Lift your head now. Focus on your eyelids. Keeping your eyes shut, notice the movements of your eyeballs. Are they still? Are they moving fast? Or are they fluttering slightly? Don't force them to be any certain way. Just let them be as they are. Now imagine yourself being encased inside of an eggshell. You are the embryo of a baby eagle. You are the combination of matter and energy. Blood, flesh, membrane, bone, sensations, instincts. Within the confines of this secure place, immersed in the warmth of living fluids, you find safety and comfort. Surrounded by the protective walls of this hardened shell, you feel isolated, separate, alone. Gradually, you allow yourself to move within these confining walls. Stretching, growing, expanding. There is a gentle cracking. The pool of fluids that have been your home are oozing to the outside of your shell. Your limbs feel the cool sea air seeping through the cracks, exposing you to unknown elements. expanding your wings, you crack the egg open slightly more. Your wet feathers begin to dry to a dampened fluff. Stepping outside the broken pieces that had once guarded you from harm. It is time for you to co-create your life. Your eyes flutter open to envision this earth. This planet is your newly chosen home. Depart from the eagle's nest that sits high on the cliff. Take flight to the clouds. View the vibrant red of the earth clay in its mountains below. Don't shield your eyes from the brilliant orange sun and its gleaming yellow rays. Breathe in the abundance of this earth's green fields and magnificent forests. Immerse yourself within the depths of the bright blue morning sky and embrace its indigo starry nights. Allow yourself to be open to the violet red rays that penetrate the planet's orb from beyond. Set your focus to the white light above the crown of your head, projecting your very being in its direction. Now, tell this light your innermost desires. Speak to it and let it speak to you. Tell it everything. What you want. What you need. Who you are and who you will be. The light starts to move from the crown of your head, down your face, down your neck. It stops in front of your chest. Feel its glow, feel its warmth as it absorbs into you, becoming a part of you. The rays shooting out absorb it. Take it in. You are limitless. Your dreams are limitless. You live your life without limits. Nobody can put limits on you because you are living the life of your dreams. There are no limits on what you can accomplish. You can be, do, and have anything and everything you desire. You are limitless. You are more than your thoughts, more than your body, more than your feelings. You are a swirling vortex of limitless potential who is here to shake things up and create something new that the universe has never seen. You are limitless. You can open your eyes now. How was it? Huh? How's everyone feeling? Sleeping? Wendy's passed out. Okay, so who was a first time meditator? Oh, baby meditators, baby meditators. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to stop the recording now, and you guys can unmute and tell me what you thought.